All right, welcome back to A Dash of Sports. I'm your host, A Dash. We got some college football going on, but before we get to that, I got a few things I want to say. Last night was a great show. Uh, During the show, we had some excellent commentary going on, had some great ideas. Even after the show, I was contacted and got some great ideas. So, be checking this Saturday for a YouTube exclusive show called uh, the State of the Dash. I'll be giving some updates on the Dash of Life channel, where we're going, some things that we're looking forward to, some new shows that are going to be coming not only next week but the week after that. So be checking for that. We had some great stuff all around, and I was so excited to have all the interaction that we had last night. So to everyone that was watching, thank you so much for coming out and joining the show last night. So we got a few things going on the rest of this week. Tomorrow we've got the Marvel show. Myself and Angel will be talking about the next two episodes of Marvel What If. So if you haven't caught up on it, get caught up on it now, because we're going to be giving our breakdowns on Marvel What If episode 3 and episode 4. So be checking that out. Saturday, like I said, we've got the exclusive YouTube. It'll only be posted to YouTube. I will post a link on my Facebook, but it'll only be posted to YouTube. So be checking for that. The State of the Dash. Again, it's going to be about some shows coming up, where we're at, where we're headed, and the outlook and the future of A Dash of Life channel. So I appreciate you guys tuning into that. Then Sunday, we got the Vern show again. This time, hopefully, be going over some more collectible stuff. You know, things I love. So we got the collectibles. We're going to be probably going over some of that, as well as more convention stuff. And on Monday, I got a good friend, Ross. Ross List. We'll be talking about Veterans Association, the VA, things that you can do, things that you probably didn't know that the VA can help you with. So be checking that one out at Monday. Again, be checking and looking for the updates and the advertisements for what's going on. So without further ado, I'm going to be getting on with A Dash of Sports, my college update, where I see some of the conferences' outlooks, as well as reporting on the Big 12 Week 1. And then we'll finish up with some other news, but let's get into it. So I'm going to go over the ACC first. I've already done the Big 12, I've done the SEC, and I've done the Big 10, or the Big 25, 27, whatever they are now, because they have like 30 teams in there. But we're going to go over ACC. Starting in at number 14, I got Syracuse. Syracuse coming in at 3-9. I got number 13. I got Georgia Tech, also coming in at 3-9. Both those teams, I don't even know who they can beat this year. Maybe the only thing that looks good for them is their non-conference schedule. So we'll see how that goes. Coming in at number 12, Duke. I got them at 4-8. I would love to see them do better. I like Duke as a football team. Yeah, we know they're a basketball powerhouse, but I like them as a football team. They just don't have it this year. I got them coming in at 4-8. Number 11, I got Boston College. Again, another team. Given if they have a great Saturday game, I could see them at 6-6. Or 4-8, 6-6. It just all depends. But right now I got them at number 11, coming in with a record of 4-8. At number 10, I got Louisville. Man, I would love for them to be higher. I've fought back and forth, but just looking at their schedule, I got them sitting at 5-7 at the number 10 spot in the ACC. Possibly going bowling if there's a chance that they can pull an upset here or there. They could be sitting at 6-6. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. But right now I got Louisville at number 10, 5-7. Now I'm going to start some of the bowl teams that I think is going to be coming in. I got Pittsburgh coming in at 7-5. The only reason that they're going to be even considered at 7-5 is their non-conference schedule is weak. So I think they pretty much got a shoe in to make a bowl this year. Coming in at number 8, again, Florida State, another 7-5 team. We got a lot of 7-5 teams coming up, but I got Florida State at number 8. They're just not the same. And God rest his soul, Bobby Bowden is gone. Not that he's been the coach there, but It just hasn't been the same since he's left, and I just don't know if they've got what it takes. I do, however, have them with that late season upset of Miami, so be checking that. I'm calling that right now. That's my lock of the early season. Right now, I'm calling a Florida State upset over Miami. Coming in at number 7, I got Wake Forest. Again, another 7-5 team. They're playing mediocre ball. They're kind of like that Vanderbilt of the ACC. They can have a good season and then they're good season and they're. But I've got a middle pack, number 7. They're definitely going for a bowl game this year. 7-5. Be checking that. Number 6, I got Virginia. I am really excited about this Virginia team. They usually got a pretty decent, and they'll surprise you in a couple of games. I got them sitting at 7-5, maybe 8-4. If Notre Dame, let me put it to you this way: if Notre Dame did not have to play some of these ACC teams, they'd have a better. Some of these teams would have a better record. Mark my words. Notre Dame is going to beat a lot of these teams this year. So I've got Virginia sitting at 7-5. Coming in number 5, I got North Carolina State 8-4. They've got a pretty good non-conference schedule. I see them running through that real easy, and then going to run into obviously the big dogs in the ACC. They're getting ready to come into the top. They got the top 4 that they're going to be having to take care of. Coming in at number 4, I got Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech at 8-4. They got a iffy game with West Virginia this year. I got them beating West Virginia. But if they lose that, they could be back down in that 7-5 position as well and dropping to the 5th position. But I like Virginia Tech. I like to see where they're headed, so good luck to them. Coming in at number 3, I got the Miami Hurricanes. They made a rebound last year from a few years back. They're moving their way back up. But they just don't have enough what it takes to beat these top 2 teams and make it through unscathed. Coming in at number 2, North Carolina. I love this team. I know he was a Texas coach, but I love Mac Brown. He's an excellent coach. He knows how to coach those kids, and I got them. Their only loss, North Carolina's only loss, Notre Dame. I just don't think they're ready. Hal's a great quarterback. I just don't know if he has enough to beat Notre Dame this year. I could be wrong, but I got them coming in at number 2. And then I got, obviously, Clemson going undefeated. The ACC champion, Clemson, 12-0. Again, if you're the best, you got to be unseated as the best. And Clemson is the best in the ACC. And if not, is one of the best in college football. So that's where I've got them. Clemson is going to win the ACC hands down, undefeated, and they're probably going to be in the Final Four. Though I'd like to see North Carolina there. I really, really would. Maybe they can pull that upset off. I just don't know if they've got it, but we'll see. Clemson all the way in the ACC. All right, we're going to move on to the Pac-12. I'm trying to get through these fast because I know we don't have a lot of time. I know Ohio State's playing tonight, so I'll try to get off in a timely manner. At the Pac-12, we got number 12. This is we finally got an actual conference that has the right amount of teams in it. Arizona coming in at number 12 at 2-10. They only win their. Hello, Aunt Kathy. Thanks for watching. They only win their a couple of their non-conference games. I really think. I just don't think Arizona's got what it takes to even compete this year in the Pac-12. Number 11, I got Washington State, a 3-9 team, maybe even close to a 2-10. But I got them pulling a upset over Washington. I'm not locking that one in. I'm just calling an early upset. Washington State over Washington. Coming in at number 10, I got Oregon State at 4-8. They're on the cusp, along with Cal and UCLA. They're right there on that cusp of winning a couple more games where they can go to a bowl game and knocking some of these middle of the pack teams off. But right now, I got Oregon State coming in at number 10 at a 4-8 record. Coming in at number 9, I got Cal Bears, California. They're coming in at 4-8 as well. Again, that's another team. Give or take a touchdown or two on some of these close games that they have, they're going to be could be going for a bowl game. I got a break here. I want to give you an update on the Ohio State score. Right now we got Ohio State 10, Minnesota 7. I called that game. It's going to be close. I think some people had it as a blowout. My call was 35-21, but that looks like it's not going to happen right now. So 10-7, Ohio State over Minnesota if you're checking and you don't have a TV going on. All right, coming in at number 8. I got UCLA at 5-7. Again, they're another one of those teams. But they had a great showing against Hawaii. They just dominated Hawaii last weekend. But I don't know what Hawaii is. I don't know how good of a team Hawaii really is. So I don't know if that was a great test for UCLA. They've got some tests coming up. They're one of those teams that they're right there in that middle where they can go bowling or they can, drop all the way down to number 10 or number 11. Just depends. But like I said, had a great showing against Hawaii. So be looking for that team sitting in the middle of the pack at 5-7. Coming in at number 7, I got Colorado. Another good team. This one's set. I don't think they have enough to go bowling. So they could drop later or later in the season. They got a pretty decent non-conference schedule where they could start off fairly good. But after that, they go down the hill, and they've got a tough schedule ahead of them. Excuse me. Coming in at number 6, I got Stanford. Stanford at 6-6. I don't think they're going to be any better than that. They're going to sit right there at the number 6 spot at 6-6. There's just, they don't have that oomph yet to get over the hump. I think so. I think they're going to sit right there in that 6-6. They got a fairly good chance. I don't think they go below 500, and I think they stay at 500 at 6-6. So that's where Stanford stands. Number 5, I got USC. Y'all may disagree with me here. Y'all are probably going to disagree with me on my top 5, but that's what I've got. This is the way I see it, and this is where I'm going with it. Number 5, I got USC coming in at 8-4. Some last year, some couple upsets that knocked them down a little bit. I think they're just going to stay at that 8-4. I don't think they have a team just yet to get back to the glory days of undefeated or losing just one. So they're going to sit at 8-4. Coming in at number 4, Arizona State. I like this team. I like where they're going. They had a really good game. They had a really good season last year. Even with COVID jumping in on them, they still had some decent games. But I like this young team, and I like where they're going. I got them at 9-3. With a possible chance to go 10-2, and if they can, handle some of their turnover disciplines that they had last year. Yeah, AJ, I would love to see USC back to the glory days. They're still a little young, and I don't know if they got the. They could surprise us. I mean, every team can surprise anybody, but just trying to put my numbers together, 8-4 looks like that's where they're standing right now. Unless they pull that upset on Notre Dame, that can move them up to that 9-3. But right now, I just got Notre Dame being just predominantly a really good team this year who has a chance to sneak into that playoff. So if they can beat Notre Dame, I see them at 9-3 and with a good chance of playing and moving on further. But back to number 3. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Vern, good to see you. AJ, you're right. Not enough offensive weapons yet, but they're working that. They're working that, brother. They're working hard, and I think next year you're going to see USC definitely top 25 or top 10 of the top 25 for sure. That's my guess. Coming in at number 3, I got Washington 10-2. Like I said, they're moving back to where they were pre-COVID and moving back to where they can be a contender for the Pac-12 championship. But that's where I got them at 10-2. I called that earlier upset. Washington State is going to beat Washington, and their other loss will be to Oregon. Just my call. That's where I see it. But they never know. At number 2, I got Oregon 10-2. Their only losses coming to Utah and coming to Oregon State. Again, I got another upset there. I like calling the underdogs this year. You'll be surprised how many underdogs I called this year. Oregon is a great team. A lot of people's preseason number one pick for the Pac-12, but I see them losing a couple of games there. But my number one team right now, Utah, 11-1. I just don't think they have enough to go undefeated. I don't think they can go 12-0. I think they have a stumble somewhere mid-season. I got them at 11-1. Possibly could go 12-0, but it's a Pac-12. Any team on any given day can jump up there and snag you and beat you. But my number one team and winning of the Pac-12, 11-1, and unfortunately that one loss is going to be enough to keep Utah out of the playoffs this year. I just think Utah's got a great running game. I think they got a great team overall. But I think, like I said, a midseason stumble, they're going to lose that one game, and that is going to keep them out of the playoffs. I wish it didn't. I like Utah, great team. But that's where I see the Pac-12 and the ACC. If you disagree, if you agree, let me know. Make a comment. Or later on, if you watch the replay on YouTube, leave a comment in there and let me know what you think about my picks for the ACC and the Pac-12. I am so excited for football, guys, and it's already on. We got Ohio State taking on Minnesota. I just gave an update. We got great games this weekend. Labor Day weekend, one of the greatest times for college football. So I'm so excited. We got games all the way up until Monday. And remember, the picks if you made your picks for week 1, you can no longer get in. I'll have some single game or single week contests, but the year long, you're no longer eligible to enter. But we'll have single week contests. This week, the single week contest is a $40 gift card. Those guys have already got entered into it. I'm so excited about it. But we'll be having other contests during the week and things like that. So thanks for sticking with us. All right. Obviously, we're in Big 12 country, so I'm going to be giving you my picks for the week 1 Big 12. If and when OU moves on over to SEC, I will still cover the Big 12. I will still cover the Big 12 for my Oklahoma State fans and my Texas fans. I love you guys. I don't have a lot of any other fans, but my Texas and OU fans, or excuse me, not even Texas, they'll be in the SEC. So Oklahoma State fans, I'll still be covering the Big 12 for you guys. I made that mess up. But OU and Texas moving to the SEC. So for the Big 12 week 1, we got South Dakota versus Kansas. You can already know where I'm going with this one. South Dakota beats Kansas 31-14. Kansas just doesn't have a football team, guys, and since Mangino left, they haven't been anything. And Les Miles, another scandal up there. So no telling when Kansas gets back on the radar for football. So I got South Dakota 31, Kansas 14. We know that the Tulane game got moved to Norman this weekend. However, that doesn't change the effect of the outcome of the game. I got Tulane 17, Oklahoma 48. Just Oklahoma's too strong this year. I think they go out, they handle Tulane. Like I said, 17-48 Oklahoma. We got Stanford at Kansas State in Jerry World this year in Arlington, Texas at Jerry World. Stanford versus Kansas State. Unfortunately, I think the Cardinals got them. Stanford's got them. They're going to beat them 31-21. That is my lock of the week, folks. Stanford 31, Kansas State 21. Mark it down right here. That's my lock of the week. Next pick, we got West Virginia at Maryland. I think Maryland's got them 17-21. Maryland's just going to run the ball on them all day long, I think. And 21-17 is my final on that. We got Northern Iowa at Iowa State. Iowa State's, the contender for the Big 12 along with OU. They had a snafu against Northern Iowa a season ago. I think it was a season ago. No, 2 seasons ago. They had a snafu against Northern Iowa. But this year, they're going to beat them 38-14. Iowa State, 38. Northern Iowa, 14. I don't see Iowa State having an early season mishap like they have the last couple years. This was going to be my lock of the week. However, I can't do it. I don't want to bet it, but this was one of my week 1 pick games of the week. I got Texas, Louisiana Lafayette versus Texas. A lot of you guys that were watching and chimed in have picked Louisiana Lafayette. You probably got a pretty good bet on that, and that's why I didn't make this my lock of the week. I still got Texas 35, Louisiana Lafayette 31, both ranked right next to each other. So it's going to be a good game. We know Louisiana Lafayette was the one that upset Iowa State last year, so we'll see how it goes. It could be a good game against Texas. I don't know if Texas is ready. I don't know much about Sarkisian. He came from the SEC. I know he's with Alabama, blah, 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 blah. I don't know enough about him yet. I know he's had quarterback battles going on, and I think he just named it like a couple of days ago. But I do have Texas winning that game. I can't, as much as I don't want to root for Texas, I got Texas winning 35-31. Next up, we got Texas Tech at Houston, a possible new addition to the Big 12. We'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. I got Texas Tech at Houston. Texas Tech 21, Houston 28. Again, I don't think the Red Raiders, I just don't know if they've got it anymore. I just don't know if they're up to that run and gun. They're past the Mahomes days. I think that was their peak was Mahomes, and they've gone downhill. But we'll see. Nothing against Texas Tech. I like them. I just don't think they have what it takes. I got Houston 28, Texas Tech 21. Next up, we got Oklahoma State, Missouri State visiting Oklahoma State. It's kind of like, Oklahoma State always got some of those games early in the season. They're non-conference. Missouri State, Oklahoma played them last year, I believe. 45-10, Oklahoma State. Without Chuba, I don't know if they have some of those high-scoring games like they did. I just don't. I'm not a big. I'm not sold on Spencer Sanders turnovers just yet. I'm not sold on him not turning the ball over 3 times a game. Just not. So we'll see. I got Oklahoma State 45, Missouri State 10. Next up, I got Baylor at Texas State. I don't know where I came up with it. I just don't know how Baylor's got it. I don't know if they're obviously, again, not the team they were a couple years ago when they were challenging Oklahoma for the Big 12 championship. I got Baylor 35, Texas State 34. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know if Baylor's ready again for football this season. I just don't. They might surprise me, but I think they're Baylor's 35, Texas State 34. And last but not least, we got Duquesne at TCU. Duquesne, another one of those level 2 schools, 35, TCU 35, Duquesne 14. Again, TCU just, I don't know if TCU's got the oomph anymore that they used to have as well. So that's where I see it. That's my Big 12 Week 1 preview. Again, my lock of the week. Mark it down, guys. Mark this down. Keep it in your notes. Remind me if I'm wrong. I got Stanford 31, Kansas State 21. Let me know what your lock of the week is. Put it in the comments. Let me know on Facebook. Let me know on my YouTube channel. What's your lock of the week? We'll keep tabs on it. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe I'll work something up on a lock of the week contest or something like that. Make sure you get your lock of the week in on the comments in here, and we'll go from there. Any teams you want, any game you want, make your lock as long as it hasn't already been played. Thank you very much. I got to put that stipulation in there. But make your picks. Put them in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you want a couple days to think about it, this will be on YouTube tomorrow. Go in there, put your picks on the YouTube channel. That's pretty much it. I want to go over a couple things that I heard, some news today. Big 12 doesn't want to fall into mediocrity after OU and Texas leave. There's been rumors of them being combined with the Pac-12, the Big 10, ACC. None of those conferences, as we're talking right now, are looking for expansion. None of them. They did their super alliance, but they're not looking to expand their conferences. But Bob Bowlesby today has been trying to get some people and been talking and been trying to rub elbows and shoulders with some teams, and I want to know what you think. So as of right now, possibly BYU, UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston. That's the 4 teams that they talked about today. They said that they're definitely want them to come into the Big 12. What's your thoughts? BYU, perfect addition. Would love to see BYU in the Big 12. Get them away from the independents. Get them in a chance. Get them into a conference where they can go and play for a championship. Update. And I'm gonna call it an upset update right now. 14-10 Minnesota over Ohio State. Second quarter, 3 minutes and 32 seconds left till half. Minnesota 14, Ohio State 10. Thank you, production crew, for that awesome update. Everybody thank my wife. Give her a little round of applause. But again, BYU, perfect addition. Perfect addition to the Big 12. Fit perfect. Houston, fit perfect into the Big 12. Any disagreements there? I think not. Cincinnati, I've been wanting Cincinnati since Texas A&M and Missouri left. So I really want Cincinnati in there. Another team like BYU that can get away from those, get away from the independent scene, get away from the smaller team, get into a bigger conference. Yes, if they get these teams in the Big 12, and they stay together, they're going to stay a big conference. They're going to be part of the Big 5. There won't be any of those super conferences just yet. So, if the Big 12 adds these, now you give BYU a chance and Cincinnati a chance to run those tables and get into the playoffs. I would think BYU would be great in the playoffs. Cincinnati as well. Cincinnati's one of my top 10 teams this year, and I think they legitimately have a chance to be one of those spoilers of Cinderella teams where they break in and they're going to be talked about at that last week when it comes time to the Final Four. Mark my words right here. Cincinnati is going to be one of those teams. UCF. I don't know if I think University of Central Florida fits the Big 12 motif. Not that they're not a great football team. Don't get me wrong. The wonderful team, great teams down there. I don't know what it brings. I mean, recruiting. Let me tell you this. The Florida kids are going 3 places. Miami, Florida, Florida State. Maybe some UCF. But they're not going to want to, a whole lot of Florida kids are not going to come out and go to Oklahoma State and go to Texas Tech and go to Baylor. So I don't think you want that market anyways. I love Florida. They got great football. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the kids want to go anywhere but the SEC or the Florida teams. Plain and simple. That's Dash's guess. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments what you think. My other pick, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me what you think. My other pick for the Big 12 is, and you're going to laugh at me and laugh at me all day long, but SMU. Yeah. They're small, they were at one time. I know they had some problems and they got put on the death penalty. But at one time, SMU was pretty hot stuff, and I think they can be again. They're finally over that hump. They're finally away from that. They're finally winning games. They're finally putting some teams in their places. I would like to see SMU in the Big 12. That's it, guys. That's my Big 12 update. That's my football update. Please let me know what you think in the comments. If you don't get a chance to comment tonight, let me know what you think in the YouTube. Post it on Facebook. Post on Facebook. You tell me I'm wrong or you think I'm right. Please, but let me know. Make sure you go and subscribe to the Dash of Life channel. We got a lot of things going on, like I said. Stay tuned tomorrow for the Marvel show with Angel. We're going to be talking about What If, Episode 3, Episode 4. Make sure you tune in. If you got to have YouTube access for the one on Saturday, but it's like I said, it's the State of the Dash channel. I've got some awesome things coming up, guys. Everybody pitched in last night, gave me some great ideas. I talked to a few people on through some messages today and some emails and text messages. I got some great shows lined up, so be checking for that. I took your ideas last night, guys. Jason, I want to talk to you if you're watching out there, Beauvais. I want to talk to you but if you're watching, we'll talk about it later. But but I want to do that show. So we got some great stuff coming up. Like I said, tomorrow, Marvel. Saturday, we got our YouTube special. Sunday, with Vern again, we'll be talking some Sideshow collectibles, I hope, or at least some collectibles and some other stuff. And then Monday, again, Ross List, my buddy, will be on there. We'll be talking VA, veterans assistance, all that good stuff. Any things that you probably didn't know. So all my vets, check it out. Come watch Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on that show Monday night. And I got some other good stuff that I'll be announcing, like I said, on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. Do me a favor, guys. Go like the channel. Find your favorite video. Share it with your friends. Just put one on your YouTube. Share it to an email. Share it to a text message. Share it to Facebook. I don't care. Just do me a favor and help the channel. And keep checking in. So, like I said, that's my football wrap-up for the week. I'll be back Tuesday with football announcement. Let to know who the winner of the $40 is. The $40 gift card, as well as who's in the lead for the week or the season-long contest. So, from my family to you guys, I love you. I hope you'll be sticking around for more shows. But until then, take care of yourself, love one another, and I'll see you soon.